And as promised, welcome right back here to part 2 of our New Year's Evil premiere live event for NXT. And we are moving into the women's division because we have the women's championship on the line here as the women's Iron Survivor Challenge winner. That woman right there, Tiffany Stratton, NXT's resident princess, was the victor of said Women's Iron Survivor Challenge and has in turn earned herself this opportunity here tonight against the champ, Dr. Britt Baker. Which, you know, Baker cannot be pleased the fact that she has to defend her championship. It's almost like, oh wow, what a concept. You win a championship, you have to defend it week in and week out. But her title defenses are a little bit easier with that woman watching her back. Jamie Hayter, the killer. A woman that was in that Iron Survivor Challenge match and nearly came out on top as the winner, nearly actually tied with Tiffany Stratton herself. If there was about 3 more seconds left on the clock, Jamie Hayter would have tied with Tiffany Stratton. Perhaps we would have seen a scenario tonight that we're seeing in our next match with the men's Iron Survivor Challenge winners, Will Ospreay and Johnathan Gresham, tying 2 apiece. So therefore, they have to fight it out to figure out who's going to win on a good, clean one-on-one match. And who's going to technically, you know, earn the right to be called the first men's Iron Survivor Challenge winner. But first, we're going to see if the women's Iron Survivor Challenge winner can use that prestige to her full advantage and walk out the new NXT Women's Champion. She just has to take it off Britt Baker here tonight, and that's what we're gearing up for, folks. As I mentioned, last episode was insane. What a tremendous ladder match we saw between LFI and the Creeds. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. Baker comes rushing in with a lariat that knocks Tiffany Stratton right on her knees. Who could forget the return of Swerve Strickland to start our show? That's how we started the show. Swerve Strickland and that giant enforcer that he had with him, who I'm being told his name is Oba Femi, so I can stop calling him, you know, a beast or a boulder of a man and these Gorilla Monsoon like comparisons as to how I'm describing a superstar. This man's name is Oba Femi. He's a Nigerian monster, that man is, and Swerve Strickland being caught on record saying that Femi is going to be a force to be reckoned with. So yes, indeed, he's not just a bouncer, he's not just a bodyguard for Swerve Strickland. This man can wrestle. And believe me, that spells disaster for every single man in that NXT locker room. Look at this, Tiffany Stratton throwing caution to the wind. I think she was going for a double foot stomp. I've been watching Dragon Lee's match. And anything you gotta do to get that championship off of Britt Baker, I'm cool with. Anyway, we want a defending champion here in the women's division, and Britt Baker, man, she tries to cower her way out of a lot of championship matches, a lot of title defenses, just matches in general. She usually has Jamie Hayter do her bidding for her, but oh my goodness gracious, when Britt Baker wants to, when she wants to show up and show out, she definitely can. I'm not even discrediting her talents in that ring. I'm just discrediting the lack of character that she has. The spine that she's missing in her lower back, apparently. And oh my goodness gracious, a nice springboard elbow to the face of Tiffany Stratton. Stratton could be in trouble here. Baker's looking in full control. And now stomping out Tiffany Stratton is Britt Baker, just ground and pound style on the princess. Not going to be able to post much Instagram photos if Baker messes her face up, but as long as she knocks some teeth out, I believe Baker could replace them. She is a dentist by trade at day. And now look at this, Tiffany Stratton, coming back into this thing with a nice chick kick. That was definitely a little shout out to women's legend Trish Stratus. Why did I say Tiffany Stratton? Believe me, one day I'm sure Tiffany Stratton will be a women's legend. This woman is incredible in that ring. But no, I meant Trish Stratus as Britt Baker powders out to the outside. Tiffany Stratton's going to chase her, but smart enough to not bite into Baker's mind games. Or maybe that's exactly what Baker needed and wanted out of Tiffany Stratton. Because look at this. Oh my God, just planted Tiffany Stratton on the outside of the ring. Stratton could be down and out here. And now Stratton trying to figure out where she's at. But wait a minute. Baker was trying to break that count, surprisingly. I mean, she does have championship advantage, but look at that. Now she dumped Tiffany Stratton in the back of her neck with a German suplex to the outside. And more ground and pound from the doctor to Tiffany Stratton. Count of 4 now. Gotta get Stratton back in the ring. Or Stratton herself has to get back in the ring if she wants to any shot of winning that championship here tonight, folks. And Britt Baker, man, is just unrelentless here on the outside. And a count of 8 now. Look at this. Look at this. Now she runs back in the ring. Now she runs back in the ring. But Tiffany Stratton coming back in the ring. And bringing Britt Baker with her. The referee was at a count of 9. It almost saw it. I'm sure Tiffany Stratton almost saw her life flash before her eyes right then and there. Her opportunity at the Women's Championship. But Britt Baker steps out of harm's way. Kicks to the lower thigh of Tiffany Stratton. Once again, ground and pound. I don't remember Britt Baker being such a brawler. Tiffany Stratton, man, she's in a world of trouble. She's got Jamie Hayter looking right at her. Britt Baker setting her up for something. Oh my goodness, over the top rope. No, Tiffany Stratton got out of harm's way this time. And now moonsault to the outside. Britt Baker got cocky. That's what that was. That was cockiness. And now here comes Tiffany Stratton, a pop-up powerbomb. Man, she's really pulling out all the stops here tonight. A chick kick earlier tonight, and now shouting out one of NXT's greatest competitors, Kevin Owens, is Tiffany Stratton. And now another moonsault from NXT's resident princess. But once again, Baker gets that back suplex. Stuffs Stratton with a huge super kick to the face. Super kick to the face of Tiffany Stratton. Could that be a count of 2? No, Stratton gets out. Stratton's still in the fight. The frustration has to be settling in for the doctor. As Tiffany Stratton back in the fight now once again. And look at this. Oh my goodness gracious. What the hell? Almost a almost a power slam into a Samoan drop. Man, we forget that Tiffany Stratton is not just all looks, man. She gets it done in the gym and everything. And now look at this. Tiffany Stratton comes flying in. Comes flying in with that cartwheel crossbody, if you will. And now it's Tiffany Stratton has the champion right where she wants her. Unfamiliar territory for Britt Baker. Like I said, she usually has Hayter watching her back, but Hayter cannot help her win this match here tonight. As Tiffany Stratton scales the top rope. Look at this. Oh my goodness, no. She crashed and burned. Went for a huge missile drop kick. Somehow getting back into this thing, though. I thought she had the air knocked out of her, but look at this. Tiffany Stratton, like I said, it's just that drive, that will to become champion that pushes these athletes to a different level. Anytime you see them in a championship fight, look at that, a flatliner, but Britt Baker getting out of harm's way now. And a DDT lands from Tiffany. Baker lands a nasty elbow right to the face. Oh my goodness, talk about a flatliner. She just stuffed Tiffany Stratton's face into the middle turnbuckle with a flatliner. But Stratton was able to peel a shoulder off the mat. Able to peel a shoulder off the mat, but Baker is not in the best of mood here right now. Curb stomp lands on Stratton. Curb stomp lands on Stratton, but doesn't go for the cover. Doesn't go for the cover. And that might be a fault of Britt Baker, as now Stratton's back in the match. Stratton's back in the match, and look at this, look at this. What the hell she got planned here? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, a little version of the $1 Million Dream, a little spin on the $1 Million Dream, a crossface version from Tiffany Stratton. Imagine making the Doctor submit. The Doctor's supposed to be the submission specialist. She's got that lockjaw submission hold that she puts her opponent's away, but Tiffany Stratton almost put her away with that innovative offense, innovative submission hold. And now it's both women throwing, oh my goodness, throwing everything they have at each other as Britt Baker lands a unorthodox slam right there. But wait a minute, speaking of lockjaw, it's locked in. Wait, oh my goodness, referee having some good positioning there. Realizing Tiffany Stratton's, the back of her boot was touching the ropes, and now wait a minute, once again a ground and pound from Baker. Like I said, just a very unorthodox style from Britt Baker here tonight. Count of 2, might have got the job done, but no, Stratton's out of 2. Stratton's out of 2. And now Baker talking some trash, but she doesn't see Stratton behind her. You gotta watch out, You might have just cost herself the match there. No, I thought that was it. And now Tiffany Stratton coming back into this thing with some nasty strikes. One more for good measure, and Britt Baker could be out here. And now look at this, the power on display of Tiffany Stratton. Huge power slam. Huge power slam lands this time. But wait a minute. Oh my goodness gracious. Tiffany Stratton pulling out every single trick in the book to put her opponent away here tonight. But once again, Baker. Once again, it's that fight that Baker brings. And as Tiffany Stratton up once again from that, oh my goodness, that nasty shot to the face. Nasty shot to the face of Stratton could be out here. And now, yes, the second lockjaw is locked in. A second version of the lockjaw is locked in, and oh no, Stratton has no choice but to submit. Britt Baker walks out of here with her championship still intact, but Tiffany Stratton definitely putting up a fight against the women's champion here tonight, folks. And hey, I gotta credit Britt Baker because she definitely did it all on her own this time. And Jamie Hayter surely pleased with the outcome here tonight as Britt Baker walks out still NXT champion. But ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on to something incredible coming up next. Will Ospreay and Johnathan Gresham one-on-one, with the winner being claimed the Men's Iron Survivor Challenge winner, the first ever. This is going to be a battle between two complete different styles, but at the same time, they're more alike than one might assume. Similar career paths, made their name on the independent scene before coming here to WWE. Johnathan Gresham debuted just about a year ago here in Universe Mode, as in Will Ospreay just debuted a month ago at Deadline. And Gresham made a name for himself last season. And Will Ospreay is looking to do the exact same this season. Should he win this match, should he go on to face the winner of Carmelo Hayes versus Ilja Dragunov, and should he beat either man and become NXT champion, Will Ospreay will definitely make a name for himself here in WWE. Ospreay gearing up for one tough battle against the octopus, the technical wizard that is Johnathan Gresham. For Gresham, it's his submission-based offense. For Will Ospreay, it's his aerial offense. But Ospreay can mix it up with the best of them, so he really just adapts his style to his opponent. If he's in there with a brawler, you'll see him do some brawling. If he's in there with a Kenny Omega, he's going to pull out every single move that he can. If he's in there with a Johnathan Gresham, you might see him go to the submission wheelhouse a little bit. But here comes Johnathan Gresham down to the ring. As I said, a very impressive year for this man right here. Did not win any championships last year, but definitely on the verge. I mean, he's on the cusp of seeing gold here in NXT. I can see it, I can believe it, I can feel it. But he has a very daunting task of the aerial assassin to get through before he can. And Gresham, he's the more familiar of the two men between him and Ospreay. He's more familiar with Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes. He's been in the ring with both men. He actually has a win over Carmelo Hayes. And he had a pretty darn good showing against Ilja Dragunov as well when they squared up. So Will Ospreay, that's unfamiliar territory for him. But Johnathan Gresham, I believe he knows that if he can get past Ospreay here tonight, he could beat either man that wins the next match, the main event. Ilja Dragunov versus Carmelo Hayes. And I look at this Gresham spiking Ospreay with that DDT. And now here comes Gresham already, targeting those limbs, targeting the arm of Ospreay. You need to target those legs, man, because Ospreay's not going to be able to jump anywhere without working legs. And now look at this, Ospreay lighting Gresham up. Oh my goodness gracious, just hit him with a knee strike, an elbow strike that busted Gresham open. Now look at this, the speed of Ospreay. That's what I'm talking about. It's exactly what I'm talking about. But this is also what I'm talking about, targeting that arm. Targeting that arm is Ospreay. Like I said, he will adapt to whoever he needs to. Kamigoye knee strike just landed. Gresham getting the shoulder out at one, though. Ospreay going to want to slow it down a little bit. But Ospreay doesn't know what slow is, so I don't know why the hell I'm telling him that. And now look at this pop-up Samoan drop from Ospreay. Johnathan Gresham completely bewildered right now. He's obviously the shorter of the two, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, Gresham, whatever he doesn't have in size, he makes up for ability in that ring. And now look at this, those nasty chops, those Muda chops from Will Ospreay. I mean, that's probably the first thing you learn when you go to Japan is Muda chops. And now look at this, that might be the second, a Poison Rana. We've seen a flurry of those. I mean, Dragon Lee came from Japan too, so yeah, they definitely teach them Dragon Ranas in Japan, man, that's for sure. Ospreay hit one of his own now, and look at this, oh my goodness, beautiful, beautiful targeting of the arm from Johnathan Gresham. And now it's Gresham back in the match. Gresham back in the match of Ospreay. And wait a minute. Try to get the knee of Ospreay, but Ospreay was able to escape it out. Look at this. Oh my goodness gracious. A huge big boot from Ospreay. And what the hell has Ospreay got planned here? You got, oh my God. What a nasty, nasty elbow to the back of the neck. And now, wait a minute. No, Johnathan Gresham was playing possum. Gresham was playing possum. And now Ospreay's playing possum. Goes for a super kick. He gets both of them. A super kick to the face and a super kick to the back. That might be it. Count of two. No, Gresham gets the shoulder out. This match is a mile a minute, man. They're going 100 miles per hour right now. It is Gresham and Ospreay. And now look at this, caught Gresham, oh my goodness gracious, nice wheelbarrow German suplex from the aerial assassin. Ospreay is feeling it here tonight, undefeated in singles competition since arriving on NXT. Doesn't want to stop now, look at that. Caught him with a Spanish fly out of nowhere. Spanish fly out of there, 1, 2, no. Gresham kicks out at 2. And now Ospreay, I don't want to say frustration settling in because it hasn't been that long of a match. Look at this. Oh my goodness gracious. Gresham just spiked him with a DDT. And now it's Gresham. You talk about Ospreay adapting to his opponents. Gresham's going to adapt to Will Ospreay. Look at this. Suicide dive from the octopus. I didn't know octopuses could fly, but I guess so. As look at this. Dragon screw from Johnathan Gresham. And now slamming that knee on the floor. Johnathan Gresham, man, he is in there with one of the world's best, and he does not look any worse than the other one. Look at this, Ospreay once again with that speed that you just don't see coming, and now Ospreay. What the hell? Oh my goodness, what a measured missile dropkick right to the face of Johnathan Gresham. Oh my goodness, those nasty chops are landing, and they're landing flush as Ospreay sends Gresham into the ropes. And now, wait a minute. Ospreay turned up that speed once again. Nice snap mirror. Oh my goodness, an elbow to the back of the neck. And Gresham, man. Gresham's in a bad way here. Look at this. Ospreay's off the ropes. Oh, you gotta be. Oh, he was gonna throw a little insult to injury, but Gresham's gonna make him pay. He went for a tilt-a-whirl small package, I believe, there, but wasn't able to hook the leg to get said small package. But instead of that, he's gonna go for the octopus stretch. The octopus stretch is locked in on Ospreay. This is how good Johnathan Gresham has had so much success in universe mode last year. Octopus stretch locked in. Ospreay's gonna have to fight. He's got to fight. He gets that leg from off his shoulder. Oh my goodness! And now more targeting to the arm. That arm can go numb. But Ospreay reverses whatever Gresham was going for. Look at this. Stun Dog Millionaire to Gresham. That might be it. 1, 2. No, Gresham gets the shoulder out. This is getting good, folks. I knew this would be good. I mean, come on, man. You got 2 of NXT's best, most prominent superstars in the ring right now. And now look at this standing shooting star from Ospreay. A standing shooting star from Ospreay. Could that be it? No, only a count of 2. Still. And now it's Ospreay turning up that aggression now. Now the frustration might start to be settling in. I mean, he's throwing everything in his playbook at Gresham, as is Gresham to Ospreay. But like I said, just because there's not a championship on the line, there are championship implications on the line. So the fight in these two men is just that much stronger here tonight. And look at this, Gresham looking to, I think he was looking to throw those exposed knees at Ospreay, but Ospreay reversed it. And now, wait a minute, Ospreay taking Gresham over. And this is where Ospreay feels comfortable. Wait a minute, Gresham, oh my God, he met him halfway. A huge European uppercut just rocked the foundation of Ospreay's entire existence. And look at this, Ospreay though. Ospreay was playing possum with him. And now it's Ospreay. Wait a minute, what's he got planned here? Tucks the leg. Look at this, cheeky Nando's on Johnathan Gresham, and now a second shooting star. Lands. But Gresham getting out of harm's way of Ospreay. But wait a minute. Oh, he didn't see Ospreay coming in. And now what the hell is Ospreay got planned here? Oh, a version of the Oz Cutter. A version of the Oz Cutter didn't get the full stretch out of it, but that could be it. No, Gresham gets out. Gresham gets out at 2. Gresham gets out at 2. Both these guys chants all across the arena right now. This match is what NXT is all about, folks. As Ospreay looks to light. Oh, he looks to light Gresham up, and look at this. He gets that twice. He gets that twice. And now, wait a minute. This time, Ospreay thinks he has Gresham. This time, he thinks he has Gresham. Hit him a little bit harder that time. Look at this. Over the top rope. Fowlsbury flop from Will Ospreay. And Ospreay bidding the crowd adieu after that. This is Awesome Chance raining down the NXT arena. That's what this is all about, folks. The NXT Championship is what this is all about. Oh my goodness, he hits a phenomenal forearm, it looked like. Ospreay channeling his inner AJ Styles. And now look at this. Oh my God, a shooting star splash. Shooting star splash to put Gresham away. No, Gresham's out. Gresham's out. But wait a minute, Ospreay, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Hell's Gate? A Hell's Gate submission hold, triangle submission hold from Will Ospreay. He's gonna make Gresham tap out right here, right now, make him pass out. If that, as I said, Ospreay will adapt his game to whoever he's in the ring with. That's how good this man is. But Gresham slipping out of harm's way is Gresham. And now, wait a minute, oh, a rake to the eyes? Oh, what the hell? What the hell? Was the ref not paying attention? Gresham just hit Ospreay where it counts the most. He just hit him right where the sun don't shine. Oh no, but Ospreay. Oh man, Ospreay. Yeah, he's furious now, man. He's furious now. I don't know how Ospreay has the fortitude to be up right now. I'd be crying all the way home right now. But something in Ospreay has clicked. Something in Ospreay has clicked to the point where Gresham you effed up, Gresham. You effed up. Os Cutter, no. Os Cutter does not land. Gresham suckered him in. He suckered him in, and now look at this, Gresham. Now it's Gresham. Oh my goodness, a drop kick to the knee. Drop kick to the knee of Ospreay. And oh no, but now it's Ospreay being the aggressor. And wait a minute. Gresham's always stunned. He gets the Os Cutter. That's it. You could call it a wrap. Will Ospreay is your #1 contender, folks. No, how the hell did Gresham just kick out of that? And about, wait a minute, Ospreay's not done. Gresham passes out. Oh my God. What the hell was that? I think he just threw every single last bit of his force at Johnathan Gresham right there. And now all that's left is to hit. Oh my goodness gracious. Ospreay lands. No! You have got to be kidding me. Johnathan Gresham. Johnathan effing Gresham. Oh, Stormbreaker did not put Gresham away. The Stormbreaker did not put Gresham away, but believe me, the Octopus Stretch will put Ospreay away. The Octopus Stretch will put Ospreay away. Ospreay has to submit. Ospreay has to submit. You gotta be kidding me. Johnathan Gresham pulling that out of his wheelhouse just when he needed it most. Johnathan Gresham is the first ever Men's Iron Survivor Challenge winner. Congratulations to the Octopus. As I said, this man had a stellar year last year. He might even have a more impressive year this year. He just submitted the talk of the town, one of the world's best professional wrestlers today, the aerial assassin Will Ospreay. After Ospreay just threw everything he had at Gresham, and I do mean everything. Johnathan Gresham, ladies and gentlemen, will see the winner of this match right here. Not that match. We already did that match. I'm talking about the main event, folks. Carmelo Hayes, Ilja Dragunov. It's going down. Man, that was an incredible match we just saw between Ospreay and Gresham, folks. I cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. I'm not going to say that it was an upset because Gresham's been doing this just as long as Will Ospreay, if not longer. But Ospreay is just such a household name, and he's made such a big platform for himself that like it's just jarring when you see a guy like Will Ospreay be pinned or submitted. Technically, he hasn't been pinned in NXT. He's submitted to Johnathan Gresham, but that's because Johnathan Gresham is a submission specialist. I mean, you get that octopus stretch locked in, that you're working the arm, you're working the leg, you're working you're just pulling at muscles at that point. I mean, there's no way out of that unless you fight your way out of that. And at the end of the day, he just did a great job of breaking Ospreay down to set up for his second attempt for the octopus stretch, in which Ospreay had no choice. And speaking of no choice, Carmelo Hayes has no choice but to win this match in order to prove himself to the Mad Dragon, Ilja Dragunov. You know, Ilja never gave Carmelo Hayes his one-on-one opportunity until right now. That triple threat match at Deadline saw Braun Breaker in the mix of these two gentlemen, and now it's just Hayes and Dragunov to close New Year's Evil here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. I can promise you that, as here comes the Mad Dragon, NXT champion Ilja Dragunov's in the house, folks. What an incredible night it's been for the NXT roster. Incredible night of action. These men and women putting their bodies on the line to satisfy the weekly urges of these die-hard wrestling fans, these die-hard NXT fans that eat, sleep, and breathe NXT. Believe me, you talk about eat, sleep, and breathe NXT, you're looking at the epitome of that when it comes to Ilja Dragunov. That's exactly why he stands up high on the mountain in the men's division as NXT champion. But he could be knocked down from that mountain here tonight if Carmelo Hayes shoots his shot and he does not miss.
Introducing the challenger from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 210 pounds,
And you notice Hayes he wants to do this all on his own. He don't got Trick Willie by his side here tonight. He wants to prove himself against the Mad Dragon, Ilja Dragunov, one-on-one.
He is the NXT champion, Ilja Dragunov.
Carmelo Hayes doesn't want any excuses for why he wins this match. If he wins this match, he wants to do it all on his own as he gets a nice hard look at that NXT Championship. And believe me, he wants that more than he wants to breathe. Especially taking it off this man's hands, Ilja Dragunov. That'll just be the bittersweet part of the whole thing. As look at this Carmelo Hayes. Oh my God, there's a lot of blood here tonight, isn't there? I think he just dropped Dragunov right on his knee, and that cut Dragunov open. And man, that's not something you want to do. You don't want to piss off the Mad Russian. The Mad Dragon, Ilja Dragunov, grabs a hold of the sleeper hold locked in now. But Carmelo Hayes drops to his rear end, his side with a jawbreaker. Man, that gash is nasty on Dragunov, isn't it? That's a nasty gash, but look at this Dragunov fighting right through it. Schoolboy power bomb coming. And man, Dragunov not getting paid by the hour is our NXT champion, because that blood is rushing down his forehead, rushing down his eye. Oh my goodness gracious, a nasty senton from Dragunov. And now wait a minute, nice judo throw to Hayes. And oh my goodness. Beating down the back of Carmelo Hayes. And now Dragunav looking to get his pound of flesh back from Carmelo Hayes, who busted him open. The first move that he hit. That's bragging rights in itself. You bust open Ilja Dragunov, let alone your first move you throw all match. Now look at this, Hayes in trouble as a crossbody to the outside. Crossbody to the outside from the NXT champ. But wait a minute, Carmelo Hayes finally finding a pocket. Finally found a pocket to get back into this thing. And now throwing Dragunov into the steps is Hayes. Count of 3 as Hayes breaks up the count. And Dragunov comes flying in with a crossbody of his own. And yeah, man, that gash on Dragunov's forehead is getting worse and worse the more this match progresses. As look at this, goes for a huge layer, but Carmelo Hayes able to get out of harm's way, able to duck it and grab the arm and turn it into a float over neck breaker. But look at this, oh my goodness, ground and pound from Dragunov. Hayes went to go ground and pound on Dragunov himself, but that's not something you want to do. As Dragunov just throws Carmelo Hayes right into the corner now. And now he wants Hayes back up to his feet. And Hayes obliges. Look at this. Dragunov didn't have any time to get his wits about him as Hayes just clocked him with a shot to the face. And now look at this. Oh my goodness gracious. That was from halfway across the ring. A springboard DDT lands flush. No, Dragunov kicks out at 1. Kick out at 1 from the NXT champion. And Carmelo Hayes, man. Carmelo Hayes trying to bring the fight to the NXT champ. And both men running straight into each other. I mean, that's exactly the level of intensity you're going to see in this match as Dragunov just throws some nasty open hand chops right to the face, man. There's just nothing pretty about it as Dragunov lands another schoolboy powerbomb as Hayes gets out of defeat almost. And now Dragunov throwing those nasty chops. And now look at this, a big suplex right onto the back. Right onto the back of Carmelo Hayes. And now wait a minute. Dragunov, like I said, not getting paid by the hour. Oh my goodness gracious. My goodness gracious. Torpedo Moscow to Carmelo Hayes has got to be it. No, Hayes getting the shoulder out now. Hayes gets the shoulder out this time. Dragunov firing up, trying to figure out what he needs to do, but doesn't see Carmelo Hayes coming in hot with the. But wait a minute, Carmelo Hayes. Oh no, he went for broke and got nothing. Usually he gets nothing but net. This time he got absolutely nothing as an inverted schoolboy powerbomb lands from Dragunov now. Oh my goodness gracious. Taking a beating on the outside of the ring is Carmelo Hayes as a super kick lands. But Dragunov throwing his entire body weight at Carmelo Hayes once again. And now look at this. Oh my goodness gracious. Targeting the knee of Carmelo Hayes as Dragunov. And now Carmelo Hayes gets out of whatever Dragunov was planning. Count of 7 now. Wait a minute, Carmelo Hayes over the top rope. Those Carmelo Hayes, tope con hilo, tope con himo, if you want to call it anything. Carmelo Hayes throwing caution to the wind, flying in the air like Jordan is. Look at this. Now we're starting to see a little bit more aggressive side. Look at this, Carmelo Hayes ripping apart our announce table. Oh no, look at this. Ilja Dragunav tried the element of surprise, but got that tilt-a-whirl facebuster for his troubles. And now what the hell's Carmelo Hayes got planned? No, Dragunov fighting now. Dragunov fighting out of harm's way. I mean, obviously Carmelo Hayes has really bad intentions on the mind of Dragunov. The ref is is motioning for both men to get back into the ring. I mean, I would hate to see this match end on a count out. And once again, Carmelo Hayes fights out of whatever Dragunov had planned. Oh my God, what a lariat from Hayes. He threw some mustard on that. Dragunov might even blush from that one. Let's look at this. No, Hayes. Hayes has bad intentions on the mind. Bad intentions on the mind. Oh my goodness gracious, a huge gut punch. Huge gut punch, but he talked too much trash, and now Dragunov fighting out. Dragunov fighting out now. Both men throwing some wild shots. This has been a slugfest to say the least. As oh my goodness gracious. Oh my God. What a knee strike. What a knee strike. Lands flush, and now Carmelo Hayes wants Dragunov up to his feet. What the hell is Hayes got planned here? Oh my goodness gracious. Springboard crossbody on the outside, and this time Carmelo Hayes not wasting a single second. He gets, no, I thought he was going to get Dragunov on that table, but Dragunov let him eat an elbow for good measure, and now an exploder suplex on the outside. Both men beating the absolute crap out of one another as Dragunov lands a flurry of chops on Carmelo Hayes. And now once again, that schoolboy powerbomb, this time to the outside. Yeah, I felt that one too, Hayes. I felt that one, Melo. And now sends Carmelo Hayes into the barricade. No, more damage to the lower back. More damage to the lower back. Oh, but Hayes once again throwing Dragunov off cue. Count of 8. And once again, it's Hayes breaking the count. Hayes is definitely leading the charge in this match. I mean, if this is a boxing match, I think Hayes might have had it so far. As look at this, once again, Hayes is not going to give this up. As look at this, Dragunov just refuses to be a part of his experiment. And now look at this, Uranage from Dragunov. And now throws Melo back into the ring. Uranage on the outside. That might be enough to put Hayes away right here. Count of 1, 2. No! Hayes still in the fight. Melo's still in the fight, but for how long? As Dragunov just beats him down. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness gracious. A huge lariat. Huge lariat lands. Hayes popped up out of nowhere, and now a bicycle kick. Bicycle kick straight down to the face. And now wait a minute. Carmelo Hayes. He wants him up to his feet. Look at this from halfway across. Oh, no, he didn't. He missed. But Hayes getting back on track now. Oh, a huge chop. Huge chop lands for Carmelo Hayes. And now what the hell does Hayes have planned from up here? He's got Dragunov scouted. He's got him right where he wants him. Both men in prone position. A huge suplex off the top. Huge suplex off the top. Crashes and burns to both gentlemen. And now Carmelo Hayes, a huge moonsault this time. A huge moonsault lands. 1, 2. No, Dragunov still peeling a shoulder out. Still peeling a shoulder out. Is Dragunov. And now wait a minute. Oh my God. A version of the fadeaway, but this time Dragunov was on the floor. Once again, not enough. Once again, not enough. That springboard fadeaway, I would have thought that was it, folks. I definitely would have thought that was it. But Carmelo Hayes flatlining Dragunov, looking to flatline his championship reign right here tonight as Dragunov. Wait a minute. Oh, went for a clothesline, but Hayes caught him with a Spanish fly. Hayes caught him with a Spanish fly, and now, speaking of fly, Hayes is looking to fly. Oh my goodness, elbow drop right to the heart of the dragon. The heart of the Mad Titan, the Mad Russian. No! Thought that might have been it. Thought that might have been it, but Hayes apparently has other plans. But wait a minute. Now I think Hayes is going for the OG fadeaway. OG fadeaway lands. And Carmelo Hayes feels it. He can feel that championship right around his waist. He can feel it forming around his waist, forming around his shoulder. He can feel his name being engraved in the title. Nothing but net. Nothing but net lands. New NXT champion to close our show. The Mad Russian kicks out. The Mad Dragon kicks out. I don't think Hayes or anybody in this damn audience can believe it. Neither can Carmelo Hayes, but ladies and gentlemen, Carmelo Hayes throwing caution to the wind now. And now the frustration has to be settling in. Hayes just hit Dragunov with his best shot. Oh my God. Look at the face of Dragunov. And now look at this. Look at this beatdown from Carmelo Hayes. A beatdown on the champ of all people. Dragunov of all people is taking a mugging here tonight from Carmelo Hayes. We're seeing a different side of this young man. I didn't know him meant the devil. But look at this Dragunov somehow just trying to fight away from Carmelo Hayes. Man, the chase for success will do crazy things to a man, and you're seeing it right here from Carmelo Hayes. Hayes looks like he's almost snapped in a way as he finally gets Dragunov on that table. What's he got planned for Dragunov? You gotta be kidding me. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Falcon arrow through the table. A Falcon arrow through the table lands. This is Awesome Chance raining down. And now wait a minute. Carmelo Hayes back up on the top rope. He wants Dragunov to his feet. Dragunov's not showing his front to Hayes though. He knows that nothing but net's supposed to be landing anytime soon, but Dragunov misses, or counters I should say. Judo flip from Ilja Dragunov, and now he's been taking a beatdown all match. He's ready to put a beatdown on Hayes. He's ready to put a beatdown on Hayes as Hayes might be down and out here. As Dragunov wearing the proverbial crimson mask as he just threw the crimson mask right into the forehead of Carmelo Hayes. Count of 1, 2. No, what the hell? Hayes kicked out. Hayes kicked out. Roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. This is it. This is it. He's got him. 1, 2. No. Oh my God. Dragunov gets out of harm's way at the last second, and now Hayes right back on the beatdown. Right back on the beatdown goes Carmelo Hayes. Wait a minute. This time he gets that. This time he gets that Larry he was looking for earlier, and Hayes refused to be denied. Refuses to be denied from the NXT champion once again. This time in the ring he gets that. This time he gets that in the ring. That tilt-a-whirl facebuster to send him into glory. No, Dragunov kicks out. Dragunov kicks out. What the hell? What the hell? Hayes, he's got a version of the lockjaw himself. Beast Spy, whatever you want to call it. It's locked in. It's locked in, and Dragunov has been taking a beat down the entire match. Dragunov's been taking a beat down the entire match. He's got the fight, claw, scratch. And Dragunov does just that. He came up on the brawling streets, as Dragunov somehow still has the adrenaline to just be sending Carmelo Hayes for a loop right now. But man, that the blood is rushing down his forehead, man. The adrenaline's gonna wear off eventually. Oh my God, maybe not. Spinning back fist. A spinning back fist. Just clean Hayes' clock. And ladies and gentlemen, oh my God, a third torpedo Moscow to Carmelo Hayes puts him away. Ilja Dragunov retaining the championship against a very gruesome opponent in Carmelo Hayes here tonight. That, like I said, that is a side of Carmelo Hayes I don't think I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen Hayes that determined in a match, to the point where he just brutally beats down his opponent. And Ilja Dragunov, of all people, Dragunov usually does the beating down, but look at his face. Look at that man's face. He earned this win, he earned that title defense, and he earned the right to still call himself champion. Ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible night of action here at NXT New Year's Evil. As always, thank you for joining me. And as always, as I always say, see y'all on the next one.